Are you enjoying the Doors videos? How about the Frontlines videos? Never thought Roblox could be that good, huh? If you are, go leave a like and a comment on them. But for now, we're just gonna be talking about things. My opinions on things. It's gonna just turn into a series where I just talk about any random thing that I have opinions on. Because why not? Just talk about what's on my mind. Now, this is not meant to be some sort of informational thing where I'm like a news YouTube channel, whatever you call it, reporting in on the latest wackiness that goes on the internet. I'm not trying to be them. I'm not trying to look up any details or give information about it. So if I ever mention anything like what I'm about to mention and you want to know more about it, then go check out the videos made just by anybody about it. So as you know, I'm a Tommy Innit viewer, or should I say I'm still a Tommy Innit viewer, and I watched his most recent lie detector video where Jacksepticeye said he did not like Mr. Beast and he thinks Mr. Beast ruined YouTube. If you want more information about that or what went down, then go on Twitter or watch someone who talked about it. But this is my opinion. So not only have I heard from Jacksepticeye, and I'm sure other YouTubers like Jacksepticeye that make similar amounts of content, that they don't like Mr. Beast because he's kind of corporatized YouTube instead of keeping YouTube as just a fun place to make videos. I've also heard the take from someone in real life that Mr. Beast is bad no matter what because he takes advantage of the people in his videos, and by having money, he is bad. Now, I think that's very interesting, so let me just share my viewpoint on either one of them. How exactly can someone being rich make them a bad person just because they are rich? Well, you could say they're taking money away from people in classes under them and they're not doing anything with their wealth to give back to the communities. And I can agree with that. If you have so much money that you have everything you could possibly dream of and still more, and you're not at least doing something with that wealth, I feel like you probably have a responsibility at that point to do something with your wealth to make the world a better place. I mean, I don't know what they expect. Obviously, on the other side, you can't expect people to just be giving away their money willy-nilly to anyone that asks for it. That's an incredibly irresponsible thing to do. And the more money you have that if you just gave away to anybody that asked for it, the more irresponsible that would be. Think about it like giving money to a homeless person, or maybe if they're not homeless, someone on the side of the road begging for money. That could be a good thing. That could make their day, and using those donations, that might buy some cheap food for themselves, some cheap meals or some things to help them get by. But you honestly don't know where that money is going. That money could easily just be wasted into their next pack of cigarettes or their next bottle of whiskey or fueling their drug habit. And you honestly don't know. And it isn't so much of a big deal at that small scale, but once you get super big, that kind of, for example, let's say taking a homeless person and trying to turn their life around, give them a house, try and get their financials set up, try and help them get a job. There are institutions for rehabilitating homeless people, but it's not as easy as just giving someone money. I heard from someone who worked in one of those facilities and had worked with trying to get homeless people back into society and back on their feet, that you can't just simply give money to someone that's not used to having money. The responsibility of having a job, managing financials, and owning a house when you've never had to be responsible for that amount of money can be overwhelming, and simply giving them money is not the way to do it. They don't know how to save, they don't know how to manage their financials. Obviously, I don't know all the little details and intricacies, but I generally got that idea from the conversation that I was overhearing. It's extremely hard for people to get out of that situation, even if they're being provided for. It's much more likely that they'll simply lose all that again just because of their habits that may or may not have gotten them there in the first place, or the habits that have been formed of them being in that situation for a long time. It's just not doable. And it's a very hard problem to solve when the government and society and the economy do not support them already. It's hard for organizations to try and solve problems like that. So in light of all that, it's not like some billionaire can just feed all their money back into the economy willy-nilly. Well, but wait a second, can't they just donate to charity? Sure they can. And that may be a way for people with lots of money to give back. But let's be honest, up until the point where you are a multimillionaire or a billionaire, you wouldn't want to give your money away, would you? No one does. I guarantee that the same people who hate rich people for being rich, if they came across enough money to comfortably live by themselves with everything that they need without having to work anymore and retire, would they be turning around and giving all that money to someone less fortunate than them? No, they would hold on to that money just as a person with a wildly large amount of money would hold on to theirs. I certainly would. Like with $1 billion, honestly, morally, I may have to sit down and I may have to think about it. Like, you know, I have all this money, it's sitting there, it's doing nothing. I have so much money that no matter what happens, I have enough money and I'm getting more money. Okay, maybe I should do something with his money. Maybe I should fund a project. There's numerous amounts of charities and whatever that are actually doing verifiably good work that need funds that I'm sure I can look into and give to. But if I just had enough, I was set for life, I was retired, anything that happens, it'd be covered. I am free to pursue my dreams and may have a little extra spending money on top of that, but I don't have an insane amount of money, right? Am I gonna just give that money away? I can help people out. Maybe I can help out friends and family. Maybe I can do giveaways online, but am I really gonna give away all my money because I'm now well off? Does that make me a bad person and I should give all my money away simply because there are people with less money than me? Is the solution to give away all your money until you are just as poor as the poorest of people? Are you only good if you have nothing? Should you be expected to disregard your own life in favor of others? Which, if you are a middle class, upper class, not yet super rich, that amount of money won't make a difference at all, and it'll just be sucked up by the billionaires again. Are you a good person for not thinking about yourself to that extent? I mean, I don't think that should be the requirements of being a good person. Doing what you can to help out other people is nice, but ultimately, if I have the choice, I'm gonna make sure that I'm helping myself before I'm helping other people. And that, I think, is all you can expect from a person, and that is what MrBeast does. He has built this massive community and business around YouTube, and he is using it to do amazing things in the world, and that's undeniable. Like, oh yes, he uses the people in his video for views. Ultimately, you know, maybe that might be true. I'm not inside MrBeast's head. He could be lying this entire time. Not that I think he is. I think that he genuinely enjoys what he does. But even if he was, he's still doing good. Even if he's just addicted to the views and the growth, who cares? You know, 1,000 people still got cured of blindness. An orphanage in Africa still got rebuilt. That still happened. They still fed hundreds of thousands of people in Southeastern America, or wherever that was. So even if it is for a selfish reason, why would anybody be mad that he's doing the things he's doing? Even if he is addicted to the views and that's it, then clearly it's not gonna stop. He's clearly gonna keep helping people since it makes so many views for him, right? So why is that a bad thing? And about the YouTube thing, what Jacksepticeye said is no, he didn't like MrBeast and he thinks he's ruined YouTube. Now, as long as I've been subscribed to MrBeast and all the videos I've watched, I enjoy MrBeast's videos. I think they're cool, but apart from that, he is far from my favorite YouTuber for the simple reason that his content does not have any personality in it. I don't mind the just fast-paced, over-the-top content or short video style, retention-based content. I don't mind it. I think it's good content, but it has no personality. And what I really like to see from a video, from a content creator, is their personality. You know, I want to hear what they think. I want to hear their reactions, or I want to hear them talk, or I want to hear what makes them them. I've watched many Twitch streams. I mean, I don't know how many hours of Twitch I've watched compared to YouTube. It's got to be close by now, even though I've been watching YouTube for much longer. But recently, in the last few months, I've actually stopped watching Twitch because it takes way more time. So that means a lot of the creators that I've watched that also streamed, but most of their content was streamed and not videos, I actually don't get to watch them anymore because I've decided that's too much of a time commitment. So that's kind of sad, honestly. You know, for example, the Dream Team, Carl, Quackity, which is the content that I like the most. It's just talking, it's more chill, they're not worried about retention, and so many good, natural, funny, and great moments get to come out of that. You get to, you know, spend time with them as they are. Well, obviously, they're content creators, so how they portray themselves in their content, but you know what I mean. It's different from a MrBeast. Today, we crashed a train into a bus! And then they crash a train into a bus, and they go, wow! And then they go, we threw a bus into a hole! And then we went to Japan and met PewDiePie. And oh my god, look at this ride. So scary. Anyway, subscribe. It's like, okay, it's well put together, but it's just nothing compared to a video like, I guess the complete opposite direction would be a PewDiePie Ken video. If you've watched any of those longer style videos where they just talk, and react to videos, and the conversations they have are just, they're just so good. You could just sit down and watch that for so long and just be entertained by them. It's just super nice. That content will always, for me, be way way better than the formulaic, clickbait, view bait, retention bait, perfect YouTube algorithm content that YouTube has been moving towards for a long time. And obviously Jacksepticeye has a lot more perspective on that as someone who's been doing YouTube for over 10 years than me. So maybe if I did, I might feel the same way. But as far as if Mr. Beast actually ruined YouTube or not, I think he's definitely made a change. I can't say I watched it happen as much as Jacksepticeye was. As I said, I might have a different perspective if I was him. So maybe I would actually think he ruined YouTube. I think he definitely changed YouTube. I mean, he's obviously not the first to do it, right? He wasn't the first to do it, but he's a popular YouTuber that does this type of content and lots of people follow him. And less people just do simple, fun videos. And the videos that always pop off are the view bait, prepubescent bait, formulaic, clickbait videos. And it's unfortunate to see. And it's even trickled down as far as Shell Shockers. All the popular videos are just clip compilations, just not even, no voices even, just mindless cherry-picked clip after clip after clip. It's just the same thing, and that's what gets views on Shell Shockers. The content that I made obviously never performed as well as that, even though I did it for a while, because all of these other people are able to get lots and lots more views and subscribers, putting in barely any effort at all. No microphone, no personality, just kill after kill after kill, streak after streak. Oh, I've got my clipping software up. I just made this clip. Well, let me save that video and I'll add it to my 3-minute compilation where I just put clip past clip past clip in my editing program, which will take me about 20 minutes to do. And then I'll put some trap music or EDM music over it to keep people interested, because the content cannot be any more boring, but these little kids will watch it and give me views anyway. And you know, I don't hate them for doing that because they're taking advantage of the system, or maybe that's the content they like to produce. You know, enjoy your views. You know, if I thought that content was any good, or if I enjoyed that content after seeing what all of these other Shell Shockers YouTubers were doing, I would have done that as well. And maybe I'd be a bigger channel by now, but I don't enjoy that. And if I had followed these other YouTubers just because I saw them getting views, then I just would not enjoy my time being on YouTube. And then I would stop doing it, like I think a lot of these channels do. They've fallen off. They're not consistent and they never branch out, and they get lots of subscribers, and it's like, okay, well, I've made the same video 30, 40, 50 times. Maybe I'll continue just to keep growing, and maybe eventually I'll earn money from this. Or maybe, wow, this has become really boring and repetitive. Let's stop. This YouTube thing really isn't as great as I thought it would be. So yeah, I've always enjoyed videos like The Boys content, Dream Team Twitch streams, PewDiePie videos, Moist Critical videos. Back before the Cupcake incident, EDP was one of my favorite YouTubers after I discovered him. Top tier funny content. But as lots of YouTubers have figured out, that content doesn't grow as fast. So now it's just censored formulaic stuff. And yeah, Jacksepticeye is basically saying that Mr. Beast is the cause of that. And because of that, and because of everyone copying Mr. Beast, if you're a content creator that's more chill with longer video lengths and content with actual personality and not super fast paced, then you're not gonna get as many views anymore, especially with TikTok and this generation not having any sort of attention span whatsoever. And you know, realistically, because I'm not on TikTok or YouTube Shorts making brain rot, degenerate Gen Z, no attention span having content because of the optimization of YouTube content, I might not be able to ever grow with my current content. But whatever, it's the videos that I enjoy the most, so fuck it. And I can definitely understand where Jacksepticeye is coming from, blaming Mr. Beast or ruining YouTube and taking it away from what it used to be, which was just fun. Which, by the way, the second run of YouTube may start slowing down very hard for your information, because since I have started editing the Fortnite videos, I believe, since I started editing and uploading the Fortnite videos, those are the first videos I posted since I getting back, I have had maybe 2 or 3 chances where I could record. And that's not looking good. That's not looking good, folks. I really want to be consistent, but I can't do it if I can't record. And obviously I was able to record a Frontlines video, and I was able to record a Shell Shockers videos, and I was able to record this video, but other than that, not nearly 2 videos a week. So I'm worried, but hopefully it'll work out and I'll try and get videos out as soon as possible. I don't think editing is a problem anymore. I've kind of gotten into a flow, you know, edit 2 videos at the start of the week, post those 2 and just chill because I don't have to edit for the rest of the week. But did Mr. Beast ruin YouTube? I don't know. As I said, I'd have to have more perspective. But no, I do not like the state of content creation on YouTube, including shorts, TikTok, any of that. And if I never get big because I don't feed into that type of content, whatever, because I will always still just do what I enjoy. Otherwise, YouTube is no different from any other job. Jacksepticeye also said that if Mr. Beast liked his videos, he would make them longer. That I disagree with. Maybe I can get behind the idea that the content is not the highlight of his YouTube career, as it is Jack's or mine, but rather his videos are basically, he does cool things that he loves to do and also helps people out using his immense wealth. And then he's like, well, let's turn that into content. But he definitely does actually enjoy what he actually does. And the content is just a way for him to perpetuate that momentum and perpetuate those deeds and that fun to more good deeds and more personal fun for him and his friends. And no, I don't think he would ever make longer, less formulaic videos with more personality, because he has said himself that he lives the YouTube algorithm. He lives retention and time management just like his YouTube video. He lives in his YouTube video. He lives just like his YouTube video is edited to be like. And because it is so ingrained in him, I don't think that he could ever make any different type of content. It wouldn't feel right to him. It'd be like, well, this isn't going to perform well. That is the only content he would ever make because he's trained himself to be that content. So no, even if his own videos or videos like that were his favorite in the world, well, especially if videos like that were his favorite, he would never change the content that he does. So that was the first episode or first part or whatever you want to call it of the My Opinions on Things series, where I just talk about whatever off the top of my head without having to record a video game, or when I have nothing else I can record maybe in this amount of time or whatever. If you're interested, leave a like and a comment and maybe subscribe for my next videos. I think I might record one actually right now, perhaps. But anyway, have a nice day.